Welcome to this video where we will talk about the movie The BFG. We will begin by exploring the movie storyline, summarizing its plot, and discuss the cast and characters. Then we will take a closer look at the film production details and box office performance. Finally, we will share review and audience reaction to give you a well-rounded perspective. Let's get started. The BFG 2016 tells the immigration story of a young girl and the giants who introduce her to the wonders and the pearls of the giant's country. The BFG, while a giant himself, is a big friendly giant and nothing like the other impatience of the giant country. Three of Steven Spielberg's last five movies were box office bombs but happened to create 380 million worth of flop. Spielberg's recent box office flop can be attributed to be a larger trend of decline theatrical releases since the COVID-19 pandemic rather than the quality of this film. The BFG bombed due to its high budget and competition from the other popular animated movie at the time, overshadowing its the childhood appeal. The Fableman's critical success and introspective measures did not resonate with the modern audience, who are less inclined to see a film in theaters. Based on critical acclaim alone, the film niche and the singular focus limited its appeal. Three of Steven Spielberg's last five movies were bombed at the box office, raising the question of what happened to create 380 million worth of the flop. The acclaimed director is one of the most significant and the definite creates in the interior history of the Hollywood, responsible for the influential are television films such as Indiana Jones, Jaw, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Lincoln's, Jurassic Park, and The Saving Private Ryan. Spielberg's name alone has become a staple in the entertainment industry as a significant of adventures or thoughtfully dramatic contact at typical expectations quality adventure of Titan. Why Spielberg, the BFG bomb at the box office? The BFG was a major disappointment at the box office for Spielberg, accumulating just shy of $200 million globally for a massive $140 million budget. The film had difficulty making more than $20 million in its opening weekend domestically, which was a sign of its eventual fortunate outcome at the box office. The film was released in July 2016 and was up against other heavy hitting animated movies such as The sign of its eventual unfortunate outcome at the box office. The film was released in July 2016 and was up against other having hitting animated movie such as the highly anticipated Finding Dory and the massively successful The Secret Life of Pets. By these metrics, it appeared that the childhood luster of the BFG may have been overpowered by the other great options for children's movie at the time. The BFG bombed at the box office mostly due to its the usually larger budget. The film is one of the most expensive movie of the Spielberg's interior career after 2008 Indian Giants and The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull 185 million budget, which placed the movie at a disadvantage from the start. The film also did not. Mostly due to its the usually larger budget, the film is one of the most expensive movie of the Spielberg's interior career after 2008 Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull $185 million budget, which placed the movie at a disadvantage from the start. The film also did not appeal to a wide range of the audience, as Spielberg had seemingly assumed it would despair beings. Based on a Behold children book, ultimately the unconventional movie was a swing and a miss for the Spielbergs and might have read better at the box office if it had not struggled again. Mixed review and hard cast, more well-done actress. Why Spielberg West Side Story bomb at the box office? Spielberg West Side Story flop at the box office deposit, winning the journal praise of the critics. The musical film was nominated for Stephen Academy Awards, included Best Pictures and Best Director, but still was not profitable during its theatrical run in 2021, generating just under $75 million from a $100 million budget. Spielberg faced Side Story was the considered a great theatrical run in 2021, generating just under $75 million from a $100 million budget. Spielberg's West Side Story was the considered a great movie but still did not attract people to a theater larger because of a broader dissent in musicals during the COVID-19 pandemic. The year 2021 was plagued by the effects of COVID-19 lockdowns and theaters clowns that affected every movie released during that time, with only one film generating more than 225 million at the box office. The West Side Story adaptation also underperformed due to its late 2021 release date and the fierce competition it faced at the holiday box office. The massive success of Spielberg's Man No Way Home Beach. The West Side Story adaptations also underperformed due to its late 2021 release date and the fireface competition it faced at the holiday box office. The massive success of Spider-Man No Way Home being released just 1 week after West Side Story made its chance of the financial recovery very slim. West Side Story was also competition against two other popular musical movies that were released in later 2021, Sign 2 and The Encanto. Even with their critical acclaim of West Side Story and the popularity of its original film and the Broadway musical, the crowded box office and appeal to elder audience once again left Spielberg project overlooked. Why Spielberg's The Fumbles bombed at the box office? Spielberg's personal anti-introspective The Fabelmans also received critical acclaim and a slew of Oscar nominations but failed to attract audience to theaters. The movie produced just 45 million globally from a budget of $40 million, making it just the 66th high-grossing movie of 2022. The Fableman in an example of how modern audience how shifted it global from a budget of $40 million, making it just the 66th high grossing movie of 2022. The Fableman is an example of how modern audiences have shifted in their constructions of what deems a movie worth seeing in theaters or not. Nowadays, it's appear that a film critical success does not make its must see in theaters, even if the film is praised and nominated for the many Academy Awards. The Fambleman's like become a project and that may viewers found no problem wait for to arrive on streaming platforms or video on demand. The Fableman is also a portrayal of the Spielberg childhood and upbringing in many ways fish. The Fableman is also a portrayal of the Spielberg childhood and the upbringing in many ways, which understandable might not appeal to many people. The film efforts are charming additions and the attractions for the traditional filmmaking process, which has largely become an the outdated process. While education and the entering the Fableman failed to attract a larger audience mostly because its story is too nice and singularly focused, many fans of the film history and Spielberg would likely find the film interesting. However, in terms of getting people to purchase tickets at the theaters, it simply did not have enough object selling point. Spielberg is not the Drew he used to be, but it's now his fault. The decline of Spielberg's constant box office success in recent years is the respective of the broader issue of a word changed by the streaming service and intentionally nameless contact. The name of major film directed no longer carry the same marketability that the one did in the past, despite with the expectations of a few such are Nolan and the Criterion Service and intentionally nameless contact. The name of major film directors no longer carry the same marketability that they once did in the past decide with the expectation of a few such a Nolan and the tattoo, it seems that Steven Spielberg is very much one of the last of a dying breed of the outer studio filmmakers in Hollywood. Modern audiences are seemingly less patient and respectfully of the material and skill behind film and televisions and are more focused on the fact of the content itself, which has reduced much of the previous appeal to Spielberg movie. Viewers today will likely wait for this type of movie to appear on the streaming service before rushing off to theater just the effect of content itself, which has reduced much of the previous appeal to Spielberg movie viewers today will likely wait for this type of movie it appear on streaming service before rushing off the theaters just for the sake of seeing a Steven Spielberg film. The BFG box office failure does not mean Spielberg is losing it. As far as the movie business is considered, the movie widely quoted line ever to come from a screenwriter was one that never appeared in the screenplay, namely the legendary William Goldman famous adage alone the average industry insider grabs of box office prospects. Nobody knows anything generated. Goldman was saying this an era before computer modeling of the audience demographic, to say nothing of the entertainment press of the day not reporting on ticket sales like sporting events. All the same, this has remained somewhat persistently true, however much of a science Hollywood has gotten its release. All the same, this has remained somewhat frustratingly true, however much of a science Hollywood has gotten its release schedule down to, and how few and far apart genuine surprise have become. Unplanted magnetism and the supervised shortfalls still happen, and when they do, everyone who did not know anything wants to at least be the person who figured out a lesson for next time, even when there is not one. Such it goes now. With Steven Spielberg's the BFG was never expected to run away with the box office, with few analyses projecting that the film would be able to match the box office draw of, say, Finding Dory. The BFG was never expected to run away with the box office, with few analyses projecting that the film would be able to match the box office draw of, say, Finding Dory. Nevertheless, the film's light performance with the USA audience was the newsworthy given the combined players involved. Steven Spielberg teaming up with the Destiny for a Family blockbuster based on a beloved Roald Dahl book for kids is the sort of there that the most everyone seems to agree should have open Butler or at least with the better legs. Then again, there is not a lot of data to suggest that Roald Dahl adaptations are a guarantee of the box office success. Dahl certainly wrote a great number of beloved long. Then again, there is not a lot of data to suggest that Roald Dahl adaptations are a graduate of box office success. Dahl certainly wrote a great numbers of beloved long-adring children novels, but outside of the big roles that the Grace Time, Burton Charles and the Chocolatey Factory in 2005, most Dahl adaptations, James and the Giant Peach, The Witch is Matilda, were bigger on home video than they were in theaters. The best known period versions of the BFG and animated made for TV film has a nostalgia following in the UK but only sporadic worldwide. And while Destiny animated features and the branded franchise Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar are generally always Money makers the studio life. Action 4 can be more of a toss up, but for whatever reason, the BFG has come to be judged by some as a referendum on the enduring box office appeal of the Steven Spielberg. In some respects, it makes sense. He spends a career becoming internationally or not synonymous with the concept of the blockbuster entertainment. For a time, Spielberg was the Hollywood favorite voice of the describing big, crowd-pleasing hits, and while now all of its films have been success, those that have practically defined the very idea of success throughout the 80s and 90s, now an elder statement of the medium, his transitions largely to focusing on the drama using related to historical events, with only the occasional glimpse back into the blockbuster pool. Still, when Spielberg does jump back in, he is generally accepted to make a big splash. So when it does not happen, as is the case with the BFG, people start asking questions. For the entertainment press, the narrative is too tramping. To ignore Spielberg did not just become kind of. All the same, has remained somewhat frustratingly true. However much of a science Hollywood has gotten its release schedule down to and how few and far apart genuine surprise have become. Unplanned mega hits and the surprise shortfalls still happen, and when they do, everyone who did not know anything wants to at least be the person who figure out a lesson for next time, even when there is not one. Such is the case now with Steven Spielberg, the BFG. The BFG was never expected to run away with the box office, with the few analysis projecting that the film would be able to match the box office draw of, say, Finding Dory. The BFG was never accepted to run away with the box office, with few analysis projecting that the film would be able to match the box office draw of, say, Finding Dory. Nevertheless, the film's light performance with the USA audience was the newsworthy given the combined players involved. Steven Spielberg teaming up with the Destiny for a Family blockbuster based on a beloved role day book for the kids. It's the sort of things that the most everyone seems to agree should have opened better, or at least with the better legs. Then again, there is not a lot of data to suggest that Roll Dahi adaptations are a guaranteed of box office success. Dahi certainly wrote a great number of beloved long. Then again, there is not a lot of data to suggest that Roald Dahl adaptations are a guarantee of box office success. Dahl certainly wrote a great number of beloved, long-enduring children novels, but outside of the big gross that created Tim Burton, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in 2005, most Dahl adaptation James and the Giant Peach, the Witches Matilda were bigger on home video than they were in theaters. The best known period versions of the BFG and animated for TV film has a nostalgic following in the UK but only sporadic worldwide, and while Destiny animated features and branded franchise Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar are generally always money makers, the studio live action for can be more of a toss up, but for whatever reason, the BFG has come to be judged by some as a referendum on the enduring box office appeal of Steven Spielberg. In some respect, it makes sense. He spent a career become internationally or not synonymous with the concept of blockbuster entertainment. For a time, Spielberg was the Hollywood favorite voice of the describing big entertainment. For a time, Spielberg was Hollywood favorite way of describing big crowded plays hits the, and while not all of his films have been success, though that have particularly defined the very idea The very idea of success throughout the 80s and 90s, now an elder statement of the mediums. He is transitioned largely to focusing on drama, usually related to historical events, with only the occasional dips back into the blockbuster pool. Still, when the Spielberg does jump back in, has generally expected to make a big splash, so what it does not happen, as is the case with the BFG. People start asking questions. For the entertainment press, the narrative is too tempting to ignore. Spielberg did not just become kind of the blockbuster. He did not so with a focus on the making visuals, heartfelt features infused with the nostalgia and the childlike wonderment which quickly cast him in the pop culture person of a Peter Pan figure. And the narrative of such a person losing a literally magic touch has an element of the intrigue that the otherwise known story of a career speed bump does not. People love to see a hero fall, and for Hollywood entertainment right, Steven Spielberg is not so bulletproof. After all, is one of the most attractive possible versions of that, but it is fair to be the willing such. Talk out with such forever now for this project in this so for bumpy summer movie season, as light out about the BFG could hardly have been accepted to be an ET level smash, not sandwich between Finding Dory and The Secret Life of Pets in an embarrassing box office palladium, while there eventually not room for one mass market family film at a time. Plus, while it certainly recalls the bygone hour of delivery pack fairy tale style kids movie that were prominent in the area when the book was written, is for cry for food or ill for the kind of the kinetic fast movie storytelling that defines family entertainment in 2016. Indeed, is hard to imagine the BFG promise in that the area when the people was written is for cry for food or ill from the kind of the kinetic fast movie storytelling that defines family entertainment in 2016. Indeed, it's hard to imagine the BFG joining such transactions without Spielberg name and the Destiny brand attached to it to begin with. But the fact of the matter is, deposit the equations of his name with the childhood entertainment. Spielberg has made relatively few films that would acceptably qualify as. But the fact of the matter is, deposit the acquisition of his name with the childhood entertainment. Spielberg has made relatively few films that would acceptably qualify as children entertainment, and when he has, the result have been decidedly mixed. That he thought of in this way, or rather way for the bulk of the first half of his career, is largely the result of his being the breakout superstar directed producer of the post-Star Wars blockbuster era that also happened to be the beginning of big ticket movie and movie going, while children and the teenagers becoming joined at the hip. Very few of the nostalgic classic of the Spielberg's early hot streak read the decide and the chases between. Very few of the nostalgic classic of the Spielberg early not streak read the decide and change between Jaws in 1975 and Indiana Jones and the Last Cruise in the 1989 for animated event primarily at a younger audience, and those that can somewhat seems to be trend to the projects he produced rather than directing himself, that the youngers were captivated by the likes of the Radiance of the Lost Ark, Journalistic or Black. The future was more than result of Spielberg and the collaborators like John Dante and the Roberts Zemeckis casting their own nostalgic then trying to spark to the youth of the 80s directly. Still, the overall effect was still the same, a massive shift in the blockbuster culture away from adolescence and ought no children as an emotional central mass shift in blockbuster culture away from the adult scenes and out on childhood as an emotional center and with it a theology that the affects than the thinking of a generation of film writers. Steven Spielberg movie defined my childhood, therefore, Steven Spielberg is defined as a children filmmaker. In fairness, Spielberg leaned into the role even as his own directly forces shifted to more unmistakable adult for like Shelter's like list and the Stephen Private Ryan, notable both following the critical and box office failure of one of his few outright cards regard features hook. The Spellback brand style comfortably affixed to family appeal, yes, even his crowd pleaser got more cynical in the Spellback brand stayed comfortably affixed to the family appeal, yes, even his crowd pleaser got more canals in the 90s and the early 2000s. Jurassic Park, AI, and the military reports are the country sci-fi rather than away sci-fi, and he is the producer title and unmistakable fingerprints and the unique gloss and wrote the likes of the Casper, the Filestone and the Belto in theaters while the presents meanwhile kid TV spells from the tiny tones to anime to the freak zones, and then there was DreamWorks Pictures boy as the S in the SKG. He was features attached to the first run of animated film in decided to seriously challenge the Destiny Behemoth. In other words, yes, it is not internally accurate to view Stephen Spielberg as a children's filmmaker, but his reputations as a filmmaker with a fairly strong instance about what children are seeking out in entertainment is more than well earned. So where did those instances go as relate to the BFG? It would make sense to clerk it up the nicheness of the BFG properly or not to point to the fact that it's actually been a long time in Hollywood math since Spielberg actually had a giant scale. It would make sense to clerk it up to the nicheness of the BFG property or not point to the fact that it's actually been a long time in Hollywood math since Spielberg actually had a giant scale blockbuster hit as a director. As a producer, it's another story thanks to the Transform movie and the Jurassic World. In fact, his last Spielberg size box office smash was the not so beloved Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull in 2008. Since then, his directorial efforts as befriended the filmmaker with nothing to prove as a ticket seller have largely been the present project like the Lincoln Munch and the Bridge of the Spies and the Lone Family blockbuster. In the mixed animated Peter Jackson has largely been the pre-side projects like the Lincoln Munch and the Bridge of the Spies and the Lonely Family blockbuster in the mix, the animated Peter Jackson collaborations, The Adventures of the Tintin was a success, especially in the European where Tintin is better known, but not of the runway type in some ways. This is called being a victim of one. Success turned enough lead into the gold, and the people start accepting it when you are just trying to make very niche perspective weight. It's also internal it's also entertaining possible or perhaps more reasonable to consider than the filmmaker even once in a lifetime. Visions like the Stephen Spielberg are human and it also entertainingly possible and perhaps more reasonable to consider that the filmmakers even once in a lifetime visionaries like the Stephen Spielberg are humans and the humans' interest and the engagement with the other humans tend to change over time as laid out above. Spielberg generation of the pop art authors largely back up into their convention with the Generation X and the millennial children while re-exploring their own memories that the children of the most entertainment generation are different from their predecessor as the kinds who grew up in the Spielberg movie were from. There has been widely remarked upon. Simply put, it can necessarily be. Simple put, it can't necessarily be called a surprise if director Wu's connection to a superior generation young audience was never cultures become it came naturally in the first place no longer appear to have a window into the current young audience mind. In this respect, the choice of the post 2000 kids appeal material speak volumes. Mega budget 10 pods based on the Tintin and the BFG are very much the decision of a bomber parents working from a world. Me and my kids without both enjoy meetings and that before you recall that this is particle bomber present based on the directing the first Harry Potter installment and regards the now nearly who decide accident popularly of the Bomber present based on the directing the first Harry Potter installment and regards the now early to decide accident popularity of the superhero journal as somewhat of a fate. So does that mean Spielberg really has lost some key compounds of his box office appeal? Dumbledore True is the one-time place as Hollywood chief zero for the under 12 seat is going to go nuts to seem to have been supplemented by new industry figures like the Pixar. Hollywood chief sir offered the under 12 seat is going to go nuts for seeing to have been supplemented by the new industry figures like the Pixar John Lister and the Marvel Kevin Feige, but his actually box office acumen overall remains almost strangely strong. Say what you will about the quality of the result, but it was Spielberg who helped push for the Paramount to go all in on live action transformed movie and who personally longed to woo Michael Bay onto the franchise even though the younger director who once worked transforming storyboards to the writer of the Lost Ark was the first emphatic about do nothing aspired silly to movie Spielberg pitched to be. It's not a two movie, it's a movie about a boy buy his first car to impress a girl. The next few years should prove especially interesting for the Spielberg in this area, as he said to dig back into the fall on the blockbuster territory for the first time since Crystal Skull with the features adaptation of the Read Player One, a sci-fi adventure set in a virtual world created out of the 1980s pop culture ephemer, more than a little of which came straight from the Spielberg himself, followed by Indiana Jones 5 rather than the contents as coming full circle, embracing or even commenting on his own lasting impact remains to be seen. But the idea that the area of Steven Spielberg has passed because of the so-so reception of the and When Destiny movie that's a late so because of the so-so reception of When Destiny movie that's a late so unlikely not even Steven Spielberg could sell it. The BFG now playing in theaters around the global. The BFG 2016 film, directed by Steven Spielberg, produced by Steven Spielberg, Frank Marshall, Sam Maker, screenplay by Melissa Mathison, based on the BFG by Roy Day, starting Mark Rance, Ruby Burnell, Penelope Wiltens, Jamie Clement, Rebecca Hall, Rafi Spell, Bill Hader, music by John Wilson, edited by Michael Kahn, cinematography, Janos Kaminski, production companies, World Destiny Pictures, Amblin Entertainment, Relinsa Entertainment, Weldon Media, The Candy Marshall Company, directed by World Destiny Studio, Motivation Pictures Worldwide, Mr. Smith Entertainment, release date 14 May 2016, Canons. 14 May 2016, 1 July 2016, United States. Running time 170 minutes. Language English. Country United States. Budget $140 million. Box office $195.2 million. Read the transcriptor. Trailer transcriptors. The BFG titles on screen as The Roll Day. The BFG is 2016 American fantasy adventure film directed and co-produced by Steven Spielberg, written by Melissa Mathison and based on the 1962 novel of the same name by the Day. The film stars Mark Ryaney, Ruby Burnills, Penol Wilston, Jamie Clement, Rebecca Hall, Ruffy Spell and the Bill Hader in the film are 10 years old orphan girl named Sophia best friend are benevolent giants dubbed the Big Friendly Giants who task her to Giants Country where they attempt to stop the man-eating giants that are envisions the human world. Kathleen Kennedy and the Frank Marshall began development on a live-action adaptation of the BFG back in the 1990s. The various screenwriters were hard to work on the screenplay in the subsequent years. DreamWorks acquired the screenwrites to Dahi Books in September 2011 and Marshall and Sam Maker joined as a producer. Matheson as screenwriter and the Candy as executive producer. Spielberg was announced as directed in April 2014 alongside his production company Amblin Entertainment as co-produced principal photography command in March 2015. Marking production company Amblin Entertainment as co-produced principal photography command in March 2015, marking Spielberg's first director film for the 20th Century Fox, which co-financed the film. The BFG premiered at the Cannes Film Festival on 14 2016 and held its North American debut at the EI Captions Theatre on 21 June 2016. The film was released in the United States in Destiny Digital 3D, Real ID 3D, IMAX 3D, and conventional theatrical formats on 1 July 2016, the same year of the day Central. Although the film received generally positive review from the critics, it grossed $195 million against in the $140 million plot. Sophia, a 10-year-old girl living in a London orphanage, is often awake at the watching hour. One night, she sees and the elderly giants outside her window. Wu captures her and takes her to his home in Giant Country. He explained that he cannot allow Sophia to return to her world and reveal the extent of the giants. If she ventures out alone, she may be eaten by 9 much larger giants. In his workshop of dreams, the giant fashions a nightmare to convince the sleeping Sophia to stay with him in safety. The infantile leaders of the man-eating giants arrive and smell Sophia but the smaller giant convinces him to leave. Sophia pursues the friendly giants to take her to visit Dream Country. They accidentally awake the Bloodwater, the Flesh Peters More, convinced second in the command, and the other giants who bully the friendly giants. A thunderstorm drives the man-eating giants into their cave, but the Flesham Peters and the Bloodwater find the Sophia drop blanket. In Dream's country, Sophia and the friendly giants catch good and the bad dreams. The giant revealed that his only name, besides Rent, the other giant's nickname for him, is the Big Friendly Giants, which leads Sophia to call him BFG. She accompanies him to London for his night work, using his dream trumpet to spare good dreams to sleeping children. They return to Giant's country just as the other giants have finished eating children around the world. The BFG released that Sophia has lost her blanket, exposing her presence to the other giants, and leave her outside her orphanage. Explain that his last human, exposing her persons to the other giants, and leaves her outside her orphanage, explaining that his last human companions was discovered and eaten by giants. He is unwilling to underaging Sophia and he departs. Unfair Sophia jumps off her balcony in the hope he will appear giants to catch her, and he does. They return to the BFG workshop and the other giants back in, hunting for the Sophia. They destroy much of the BFG work, but Sophia evidence detections and the BFG dives them off with the hot iron. Sophia finds the home of the last human to live with the BFG, with the portrayal of the Queen Victoria among his the alongside these. Other giants spark in the hunting for the Sophia that destroy much of the BFG work, but Sophia evidence detections and the BFG drives them off with a hot iron. Sophia finds the home of the last human to life with the BFG, with the portrayal of the Queen Victoria among his the belonging. This inspires her to devise a plan to give a nightmare for the Elizabeth II, the Queen of the United Kingdom, about giants eating the children of England, the British Army fighting the giants, and the Sophia appearing to her. Sophia and the BFG go to Buckingham Place and deliver the nightmare to the sleeping Queen. Upon waking, the Queen and the members of her staff, Mary and the Mr. Tibbs, find Sophia on. Sophia and the BFG go to Baking Pell and deliver the nightmare to the sleeping Queen. Upon waking, the Queen and members of her staff, Mary and the Mr. Tibbs and Sophia on the Wirsum. She introduced them to the BFG, explaining that the child eating giants are real and must be stopped. At a larger breakfast, the BFG shares his favorite drink. Volunteers included Frog Scott, and he and the Sophia lead the Queen's soldiers to giant country. The BFG plan to amuse the man-eating giants with a nightmare but has forgotten his dream. The BFG plan to amuse the man-eating giants with a nightmare but has forgotten his dream. Trump. Sophia carries the nightmare herself into the midst of the giants and is confirmed by the Flunchal Peters. She released the nightmare which the convinced the giants with the guilt, except the unregardful the Flush Peters, and they are insured by the military helicopters carried away to an isolated island. The giants are left with the only cumbers are disgusting vegetables to plant and they eat, much to their disappear. Sophia comes to life, the Queen plays, and awake from a dream of the BFG, who returns to his life chance country and writes the story of their adventure. She speaks to him whenever she feels lonely at his home. The BFG hears her words and they smile. Ruby Burnell as Sophia, Mark Relena as the BFG, Penelope Wilson as the Queen Elizabeth II, Jamie Clement as the Flensham Peters, Rebecca Hall as Mary, Roffy Spell as Mr. Tibbs, Queen Elizabeth Butler, Bill Hader as the Blood Botters, Michael Admitwait as the Butcher's Boy, Dennis Bacon as the Buncher, Adam Golly as the Munkers, Adam Godley as the Manuker, Billy Hader as the Blood Bottlers, Michael Adam Wade as the Butcher's Boy, Daniel Bacon as the Butcher Bunchers, Gizzard's Gulper, Charles Ever, Alpha Dairy, Alphas Fashion as the Might Mashers, Mary Norrie as the Mr. Clonks, Cherish Shaddles, Matty Favor and the Joffers, Wade as the Queen Jenner, Adam Wade, Bacon, Gabby Stockley, Homeless, Mons, Tisa, and the Olfson also make camps. Productions, Development. Producer Frank Marshall and the Kathleen Kennedy began development on a live-action adaptation of the BFG in 1991 and set the project up. Paramount Pictures husband and wife screenwriters Robin Sweet and Nicole Kazan wrote a screenplay adaptation in 1998 with the Baby Wilson in the Nightmares 4. Produced Frank Marshall and Kathleen Kennedy began development on a live activity adaptation of the BFG in and they set the project up at the Paramount Pictures husband and wife screenwriters Robin Scovert and the Nicole Kazan wrote a screenplay adaptations in 1998 with the Robin Wilson in the negotiations for the title role. Wilson attended a rethought which according to Michael Siegel was the surprisingly disappearing Wilson treatment in provincial style chase with the BFG unique language. Siegel elaborates he was sort of the improving on the jumble language and it was clunky, it was strangely not working, it was harder than it looked even for the Barbie it did not quite clash with the BFG unique language. Siegel elaborates he was sort of the improvisations on the jumble language and it was clunky. It was strangely not working, it was harder than its look even for Robin. It did not quite deliver. By 2001, the screen had been rewritten by the Jamie Loria and was graced with the positive feedback from the Die estate. Terry Jones and the Ed Sloman also attempt screenplay draft, while the screenplay lingered in development hell. Paramount subsequently lost the film rights and they reverted to the Delhi estate. In September 2011, DreamWorks acquired the film rights to the book Candy and the Marshall. In September 2011, DreamWorks acquired it. Film rights to the book Candy and the Marshall were announced to produce with the screenwriter Melissa Mathison adapting the story. Initially, John Madden was hired to be directed, however, in April 2015. Steven Spielberg was announced with the director with the Madden, now listed as the executive producer with the producer Michael Siegel. Candy and the internally thought of the Spielberg as directed but they hesitate asking him until a more concrete screenplay was the presentable. Spielberg stated the BFG has enhanced films and their children for more than 3 decades. We are announced that our Royal Delhi estate has screenplay was the presentable. Spielberg stated the BFG has ensured families and their children for more than 3 decades. We are honored that the Royal Delhi estate has inserted with has classic story. Walden Media agreed to produce and they co-financed the film with the DreamWorks and the Emblina in March 2015. A Woman Matters. A month later, Walt Disney Studio, which was under period agreement to the distribute the film, thought it's the Touchstone Pictures banner also joined the production as a co-producer and the co-financiers and shipped the film from a Touchstone release to a Walt Disney Pictures production inside. Consequently, the BFG is the first Disney brand film. The BFG is the first Disney brand film directed Spielberg, though he has previously produced rival film for the studio. Similarly, as a result of the Amblin Patrons restriction, DreamWorks did not receive a McHugh credit placements of the studio production logo on the marketing material and opening titles, and inside DreamWorks Mikey credit shifted to the Amblin Entertainment. The film is the second adaptation of the novel, filmed in 1998, directed to television's animated film. It is also Disney's first features lengthy adaptation of a raw Dahi work since 1996, James and the Giant Peach. Ben Hur to BFG Hollywood biggest box office bombs of 2016. 14 movie from 2016 make the Year-end list included Alika Through the Looking Glass, the BFGT Potter Horizon, and the Bean Horse. Deposit record-breaking high. The 2016 box office also will be remembered for the devastating loss that left top filmmakers Steven Spielberg and Lee and Lee stars Brad Pitt, Will Smith, badly bruised. Below are some of the movies from the big budget players to more reasonable price fare that lost Hollywood studio and the independent distribute major bucks in 2016. Not even Destiny, which set a new industry record with more than 7 billion in worldwide ticket sales, was immune. The Hollywood Reporter consulate with the several box office excepts in the calculating loss, factoring in production budgets and the Hollywood Reports concluded with the several box office except in the concluding lots, factoring in the production budget and marketing spend, which can every variety and the accolade run viewed, included home entertainment. In some cases, losses are given as a range. They also calculated how much of a film production budget was covered by the worldwide box office returns. Studios get back only about 50% of the box office total, known as rentals. Russian filmmaker Timur Bekmambetov's Baikal theme epic grossed only $26.4 million at the domestic box office following its August release. It fared somewhat better at the international box office, burning in $67.7 million for a global total of $94.1 million, but the movie cost at least $110 million to make and they require a major marketing spend, meaning it lost as much as $150 million, making it the biggest loser of 2016. According to box office analysts, MGM and the other parents financed more than 80% of the budget, taking the biggest hit. Paramount, which distributed the film, lost about $30 million. Portion of the budget crowded by box office returned 43%. Stephen Spielberg adaptation of The Glass Children book marketing one of the biggest box office bombs of the acclaimed director's career. The July 14 tentpole topped out $55.8 million domestically and $178 million worldwide after costing a hefty $140 million to make before a major marketing spend. The BFG lost $90 million to $100 million. For partner Destiny, Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment and the Participate Media portrayal of the budget covered by box office rental 64%. Alongside Asian fantasy epic tried at the box office following its late February release, the price $140 million movie grossed $31.1 million domestically and $190 million internationally for a global total of $150.7 million for a global total of $150.7 million for a global total of $150.7 million. Gods of Egypt likes logs as much as $90 million budget alongside loss it mitigate dramatically via its foreign output deals. Also, Longstage does not spend as much on marketing as the six major Hollywood studios. Pattern of the budget covered by box office rental 53%. Snow White, played by the Kristen Stewart in the first film Universal sequel, Snow of the Huntsman. Winter War failed to cast a magic spell at the box office following its late April release. The movie, which saw Chris Hemsworth reprise his role as the Huntsman opposite Charlize Theron, Jessica Chastain and the Emily Blunt, top out at the $164.6 million deposit, costing at least $150 million to make. While a major marketing spend, box office analysts put the loss in $75 million plus range. The first film Snow White and the Huntsman grossed $396.6 million in 2012. Protection of budget covered by box office rentals 71%. Director Robert Zemeckis, WW2, Spy Adventure was one of the several big misses for the Paramount in 2016 and could lose $75 million to $90 million. The Thanksgiving release costing at least $85 million to make it, all but done with its the North American run with a lovely total of $39.3 million. The news is not much better overseas, where Elite has grossed $41 million. It's now open in all of its major marketing for a global total of $80.3 million. It certainly did not help that the Brad Pitt had to scale back a major publicity push because of his discover from the Angelina Jolie petitions of budget covered by box office rentals 47%. In March, Destiny chairman Bob Iger told investors the company was taking a $75 million hit for the Phoenix Honor. The USA Coast Guard historical drama release in January cost $80 million by earned only $52.1 million at the global box office, $25.6 million domestically. It read to announce are written down. Since the loss of passive movie can generally be absorbed, protection of budget covered by office rental 33%. Thanks to tax insensitive Peterberg real life disaster movie cost somewhere in the $110 million to $120 million range, down from an the intentional production budget of $156 million, but the movie starting Mark Wahlberg was still a major pull following its September release, earning $61.4 million domestically and just $180.7 million worldwide. The overall loss is likely well north of $60 million. All thought line stage share is the estimated to be $31 million. Protection of budget covered by box office rental 54%. Teenage Mountain Ninja Trolls Out of the Shadows limited to $82.1 million domestically and $245 million worldwide, half as much as what the first film earned in the 2014 $493.3 million. The June release costing $175 million to make before a major summer marketing spend lost at the least $75 million for the Paramount. Protection of budget covered by box office rental 64%. The remark of the classic comedy featuring females lead top out at the $229 million worldwide on a $144 million production budget and a major marketing spend. Sony Insider had said the movie would need to do $300 million to break even losses, where in the $75 million. All thought Sony hit in the closer to $50 million because of the various patterns included Village, Red Show, partition of the budget covered by box office rental 80%. Inspire 2010 Destiny and director Tim Burton, Alika and Wonderland grossed a festivals $1.025 billion, but the follow-up, Alika Through the Looking Glass, was a major bomb, topping out at the $299.4 million globally after its late May release. While star Johnny Depp and Mia returned, Burton did not. The $170 million film, which lost at least $70 million for the Destiny, was among a slew of the sequel, prequels, and the robots that were struck by the sequelity virus. It came in the 70% behind the first film. Protection of budget covered by box office rental 88%. The Revenge Service, Elegant, was a devastating blow since its the poor box office performance resulted in the Longside announcing that it would produce the final film in the YA franchise. The Revenge series, candidate for the television rather than the big screen, Allegiant grossed $66.2 million domestically and $179.2 million worldwide against a $110 million budget and marketing spend. The first film, the Divergent series, Insurgent grossed $297.2 million globally. Elegant likely lost long stage $50 million. Protection of budget covered by box office rental 81%. Ang Lee Technology Wonder Life of the PI grossed $60 million worldwide in 2012, but his follow-up, Billy Lana Long Halftime Walk was the entirely received by the audience. Lee and used cutting-edge frame rate technology to shoot the film, but only a few theaters were occupied to play Billy Lana in its the state format, so it play in the usual format everywhere else. Billy Lana, costing at least $40 million to make, earned and the abysmal $1.7 million in North America following its now 11 release and $26.2 million globally, meaning it could lose $40 million or more for the Sony TerreStar Pictures and its partners. Part of the reason the loss is so high is that occupied to play Billy Lana in its the instant format, so it play in the usual format everywhere else. Billy Land costing at least $40 million to make, earned and the abysmal $1.7 million in North America following its now 11 release and $26.2 million globally, meaning it could lose $40 million or more for Sony TerreStar Pictures and its the partners. Part of the reason the loss is so high is that even though Sony cut its marketing spend, Billy Lana is likely to do little business on home entertainment or TV portion of the budget covered by box office rental 33%. The adaptation of the Ubisoft video game opened to make up $40.9 million of the 4-day Christmas holiday, putting its 6-day launch at underwhelming $22.4 million. Asian Creed starting Michael Fassbender cost a hefty $125 million to make. Even if the movie take in $150 million worldwide, it will only make back 60% of its budget, with the loss between $75 million and $100 million. New Regency Finance and they produced the movie with Fox handling distributed duties. Estimated protection of budget covered by box office rental 60%. Warner Beatty Passion Project, which he spent a decade developing, finished its short domestic theatrical run with the just $3.65 million. New Regency and a host of the influential Hollywood names and the billionaires, including Donald Trump, speak for the Treasury Secretary Stephen Munch, backed the $25 million film, which tend to lose most of the budgets, although the loss will be spent around. Fox released the movie, which is one of its lowest grossing the wide release of all time. Protection of budget covered by box office rental less than 1%. Other duties had did not make the list included such Baron John the Brother Grumpy, which grossed $25.3 million on $35 million budget, making the film the roast in the twin career. And December posters Never Stopping with the gross $9.4 million on a $20 million budget. Sequel Zoolander 2, which grossed $55 million on a $50 million budget, and the Matthew McConaughey starting Free State of the Jones, with the gross $25 million on a $50 million budget. Some movie can't be made until technology catches up to the concept. I fully believe the BFG is a prime example. Certainly attempts could have been made. CGI and motion capture have been around long enough to bring some wobbly form of the Roald Dahl children back to the big screen, but Steven Spielberg's latest fantasy adventure provide that the now was the right time. I won't say the BFG is without a stumble here or there, but it is far more charming and the delightful than I anticipated. That because Spielberg and the screenwriter Melissa Mathison, who sadly passed away last November, have a very clear idea of how they want to tell the story. The two first collaborated on the E.T., which released in 1982. The same year, the BFG book was published, pulled certain elements of the history and made a lighter relationship-focused fantasy adventure. Mark Rylance Spielberg has got Relency transformation. Last year, the made Pirates of the Spice, which needed the stage and the sporting actor Oscar. They have two more films together coming soon. The two clearly have a creative chemistry which the BFG uses the fullest advantage. Raylan's performance is the stumbling you simply can't run away from what he is doing, and this is more than just motion capture. Yes, Relina went through the process of wearing a black suit covered with the sensor that they capture his every movement, but much like the very best anti-stress work, this truly Valenza are fully performance the amazing wrist protections of this 14-foot tall journey giant is equal due to the essential visual artists and the impeccable performance delivered by the Relina. We also get a fine performance from the young Ruby Bernils, who play our orphan girl named Sophia. Late one night, Sophia look out her window and see Relenza big friendly giant seeking around her street. Fearing she will tells other of his extents. BFG pulls Sophia from the orphanage and takes her to his home in giant country, deposit there. Clearly obvious difference the two develop an unlikely friendship and find they have much in common. Both are lonely and have no friends. Both struggle with a sense of belong. Each feel a significant void in the other life. But things are complicated by the nine child-eating giants who also live in giant country. The nine who feature such names as the Child Fair and the Cat spell constantly bell BFG, but things get even worse when their leader Flash Peters, Gemini Calumet, gets a wife of the young Sophia, if you know what I mean. The film occasionally first with the conventional, but it never fully falls into that trap. It does not drown its story with the silly slapstick. It does not dump itself down. It does not number you sense with the hyperistic packing. For the most part, it stays clear of common cliches. Found it the kids' family movie. I liked the slow build and the attention to the characters. I also thought it was very funny at times. All thoughts, why do you find folk jokes? In 99% of these things, there are a handful of the meandering moment and a few obvious gaps in the narrative logic. But as a whole, the PFG is a delightfully heartwarming movie that may push away those looking to have their scenes set ablaze by non-stop action and the ramped ceilings, but for those looking for an intelligence and the engaging experience, the BFG more than delivers, and if nothing else, it's worth seeing for the Mark Relina nominations for performance. The BFG 2016 movie review, unfortunately, not one of the Spielberg greats. The BFG is Destiny, a kid-friendly adaptation of the Roald Dahl classic about a young girl who sets off an adventure with the big friendly giant in order to capture the evil man-eating giants that continue invading the human world. The only things that interested me in this film was the written pair of the director Steven Spielberg and 2016 Best Supporting actor winner Mark Rylance both previously worked together on 2015 Bridge of the Spies. With Spielberg attached to this film, I accepted to experience that the Spielberg magic feeling once again, similar to 1982 E.T. Unfortunately, this turned out to be a very disappointed film with a low dragging piece and an adventure story, but it did not have some redeeming quality that allow me to survive through the film. The biggest praise I can give this film is that visually it is an incredible, beautiful looking piece of the cinema. Not that anyone was accepting anything less. The effect for the giants and the world of the giants was a perfect blend of the fancy and realism so that you did not feel like you were watching an animated film, and the motion capture of Mark Rylance really helped that. Even the scenes where the BFG was intercutting with the human world were very effective where they could have easily turned out to be very jarring and the distracting, but everything in this department was the handle very well, so credit where credit is due. I thought Mark Rylance put in a stellar performance as the BFG as was nearly recognizable whatever to be through his hook, voice or action. He did not a great job at transforming into this very odd and unique. I thought Mark Rylance put in a stellar performance as the BFG as he was nearly recognized whatever it to be through his hook, voice or action, he did not a great job at transforming into these very odd and unique characters. Some of the dialogue his the character was giving and his intersection with the young Ruby Berhel offers some the moments of the intrigue in the film, especially in the second half. Ruby Bernil also does a fine job as the orphan who is thrown right in the middle of an ongoing giant dispute, being pretty much the lonely human elements for the almost the entire film. She did a good job to ground the film and play against relentless characters really well, offering some decent back and the forth intersections and a dad of the good humor once arose. But unfortunately, that is where the press stop for this film. I found it really hard to get invested in the plot of this film as the really slow moving piece made it take forever to actually get going, and once it does, it was more of a culture mess as they obsessed to a story that they flowed nicely from the start to finish. The focus of the film swerved many times throughout the film as it switched from the developing characters' relationship to focusing on the giant feud to look into dream, and it just got too much by the end of it, and all the while it just felt like it was chinging along, taking forever to get place and the even momentarily boring at time. It lacked that spellback magic that the trailer definitely added to and force presents for the first 5-10 minutes of the film. Without that, I lost intrigue and had to try really hard to find some things in the film to hold my interest. Thankfully, Relance for that light to get me to the end of the tunnel. So, in the end, the BFG is a disappointing family fantasy adventure film that kids may get a little more of a kick out of it. The multiple part joke in the film were anything to go by, maybe not for kids too young, though S3 is some scary image in there. Mark Rylance was the highlight of the film as well as the stunning visual effect for the giants and their word. There are definitely more fun and entertainment family friendly film out there, so I did say give this one a miss this time. The BFG 2016 movie fact for the kids. The BFG stands for the Big Friendly Giants is a fantastic fantasy adventure movie from 2016. It was directed and produced by the famous Steven Spielberg. The story was written by Melissa Mathison and is based on the beloved 1982 book of the same name by the Roald Dahl. This movie featured a great cast of the actors, included Mark Rylance, Ruby Burnell, Penelope Wilstens, Jamin Clement, Rebecca Hall, Rafi Spell, and the Bill Hader. The BFG was also the first movie Steven Spielberg made for the Walt Disney Picture. The film first came out in the United States on July. The film first came in the United States on 1 July 2016. It was shown in special format like Destiny Digital 3D, Real ID 3D, and IMXD 3D, which made the movie feel even more impressive. Even though many people enjoyed the movie and it got good review, it did not. Included Mark Rylance, Ruby Burnell, Penelope Wilton, Jamie Clement, Rebecca Hall, Rafi Spell, and the Bill Hader. The BFG was also the first movie Steven Spielberg made for the Walt Disney Picture. The film first came out in the United States on the 1 July 2016. It was shown in the special formats like Destiny Digital 3D, Real ID 3D, and the IMAX 3D, which made the movie feel even more impressive. Even though many people enjoyed the movie and it got good review, it did not make a lot of money at the box office. It earned $183 million, but it cost $140 million to make. About the BFG movie, the BFG is a magical story about a young orphan girl named Sophia who meets a very special giant. Unlike other giants, the BFG is kind and the gentle. He collects dreams and blow them into the become of children. Sophia and the BFG become friends and go an amazing adventure. They even team up with the Queen of the England to stop other Mush means giant from the eating children. It's the tale full of wonder, friendship, and the bravery. Brings the story to life. Making the BFG movie was a big project. Friendship and the bravery. Writing the story to life. Making the BFG movie was a big project. The filmmaker used special effects to bring the giant's characters to life, included using motion capture technology. Actors wore specially suits that record their movements. This allowed the animators to create realistic giant characters. Steven Spielberg working hard to make sure the movie felt just like Roald Dahl book. He wanted to capture the book's unique charm and the imaginations. The movie tries to show the special bond between Sophia and the BFG. In the movie has a talented group of actors who help tell the story. Mark Rylance played the big friendly giant. He used motion capture to bring the BFG gentle nature to life. Ruby Burnell plays Sophia, to brave young girl. This was a big role of a young actress. Penelope Wilton played the Queen of England. She helped Sophia and the BFG with their plan. Other actors like Jamie Clement, Rebecca Hall, Rafi Spell, and the Bill Hader play important role too. When was it released? The BFG was released in many countries around the world in 2016. It first premiered in some countries like Albania, Australia, and Mexico on 30 June 2016. Penny Wilson played the Queen of England. She helped Sophia and the BFG with their plan. Other actors like the Jamie Clement, Rebecca Hall, Rafi Spell, and the Bill Hader play important role too. When was it released? The BFG was released in many countries around the world in 2016. It first premiered in some countries like Albania, Australia, and Mexico on 30 June 2016. The movie came out in the United States, Canada, and the Poland on 1 July 2016. Later in August, it was released in the places like the United Kingdom, Brazil, and the Japan. The first country to release the movie was later on 13 December 2016. 7 reasons why the BFG is a big, unfriendly bomb for destiny. Steven Spielberg, good review and one Oscar-winning actor can't save this film. On the surface, the BFG has more it is the favor than most. The BFG has more it is favor than most movie. An award-winning director with a time-tested box office track record, solid review, and the backing of the seemingly Unstoppable Destiny by far the most successful studio of this year so far. But this weekend gross for the adaptations of the Roald Dahl book are the extremely modest for a movie that cost and the estimated $140 million to produce. Directed by Steven Spielberg, the BFG has made only $12 million so far and is expected to end the long holiday weekend with less than $20 million domestically. Directed by Steven Spielberg, the BFG has made only $12 million so far and it's expected to end the long holiday weekend with less than $20 million domestically. The live-action film star Oscar winner Mark Rylance as the motion capture CG big friendly giant who is on a mission to save humans from the other man-eating giants. It's played well when it debuted at the Cannes Film Festival and they continue on with the positive mark from the critics into its opening also with the cinema score of which indicates enthusiasm among moviegoers. So what went wrong? Spielberg is not as safe a best as he used to be. While he did serve as executive producer on one of the last year's biggest hits, Universal Jurassic World, Spielberg has not had a Jaws or the E.T. level hit as a director in several years. His last attempts at a PG-rated family-friendly winner was the animated adventure of the Titan, which only made $77 million domestically and most of its the gross abroad with the $296.4 million overseas. It opened about as weekly as the BFG over the charmistic holiday in 2011 with a 2-day weekend take of $7.7 million. $17.7 million, as Spielberg has the considered more on prestarting film like The Lion Call, which did really well at the box office, and The Bridge of Spices, for which Ramsey won his the Oscar 2008. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is that popcorn flick he directed that makes seriously bank at the box office. $786.6 million worldwide. He's on to do another Indian movie due out in the summer of 2019, a smart movie. Roy Dahi is known J.K. Rowling, the well-respected children and other published the BFG in 1982, and while Dahi looks won award and was a favorite among teachers, he did not have anywhere close to the following of the Rowling Harry Potter series, which was still being published when the movie were being released in the first decade of 2000. What is the BFG? Is it the NSFW? Seeing post awareness about the book among modern families is relatively low. The acronym title is majority confusing. There are no stars. Imagine if Will Ferrell on the Diana, the Brock Jackson played the Giants, not to describe Relevancy Award-winning acting chops, but the film would have likely received a boost from a big name. The price tag was pretty steep. Less a reason it did not do well at the box office, but given that Dahi books don't guarantee the built-in movie audience that the Rowling book did, coupled with the fact that Relancy is not box office draw, $140 million budget is a risky proposition even. In spite of the Spielberg involvement, the giants look more scary than the friendly. Those huge ears, beady eyes, and a wrinkled face, the film's main characters had overcome its appearance to win over family audience. Clearly, the adorable baby draw is more of a draw for modern audience, which the remains number one at the box office in its third weekend in theaters. It's from the bad timing, perhaps Destiny Thodoi ever would have died in time to clear some runway from the BFG, or maybe the distribute widget into the lot because it was one of the bigger gamble in a year stuffed to the gill with the pricey tenfolds included Zoot Pie, The Jungle Book, Captain America, Civil War, Alika Tho the Looking Glass, Finding Dory, Petey Dragon, Doctor Strange, and the Ryu One, a Star Wars story, say the five times quickly. The BFG, The Legend of Tarzan, failing to generate much box office hard. The BFG and The Legend of the Tarzan are set to do battle on the July 4th holiday weekend, but what was originally supposed to be a class of two of the summer biggest blockbuster is stepping up to be something a lot less exciting. Both films are struggling to grab audience attention and interest despite their hefty budgets and the involvement of a list directors such as Steven Spielberg and the David Yates. The Legends of the Tarzan is one two-piece debut to between $25 million and $33 million over the four-day holiday weekend, while the BFG is projected to launch to between $22 million and $32 million. That's a work result given that the Tarzan reportedly cost Warner Bros. And the Co. The Legends of the Tarzan is one piece to debut to between $25 million and $33 million over the four-day holiday weekend, while the BFG is projected to launch to between $22 million and $32 million. That's a weak result given that Tarzan reportedly cost Warner Bros. And the Co. franchise patrons such as Village, Red Show and the Rat Pack Dune $180 million to make entrance of the millions more to market. For a film like The Tarzan to break even and justify a sequel, it would need to do more than $400 million. Destiny, which is the handling the distribute of the BFG for the Abilene patron, did not provide a budget, but film of this size usually cost well in excess of the $100 million. The Pure Electrician here is also debuting in wide release that weekend. The Honor film is executed to do roughly $25 million for the 4-day holiday, a strong result giving it the $10 million budget. The BFG struggle are a disappointment for the Spielberg, the man who used in the summer blockbuster are with the Jaws has not done as much. Escape 4 is fair in the recent year, performing to spend his time on the historical dreams such as Last Winner, Bridge of the Spies, and War Horse that may have been article fulfilling but did not result in many financial windfall of the directed last four film. Only Line Call grossed $100 million at the domestic market able. His next project, Read Player One, and the adaptation of a best-selling science fiction book appear to be more mainstream. I am not sure there's a huge demand for the Tarzan, but I am surprised about. I am not sure there are huge demand for the Tarzan, but I am surprised about the BFG said Eric Handler and the analysts with the MKM patrons. When the Stephen Spielberg directors, people usually take notice the failure of sequels such as Alika Tho, The Looking Glass, and The Huntsman Winner Wars has led some analysts to suggest that audiences are reacting the overly film and are disappear for the more original entertainment. That does not seem to be help either the BFG or the Legends of the Tarzan, neither one of which hails from an exacting franchise. Of course, neither movie is truly original. The BFG is based on a Roald Dahl children's book, and the Tarzan has been swinging through the jungle can operate since the early days of film. It's hard to understand the reason the marketplace is the way it is, said Pure Durgations, senior media analyst at ComScore. Sometimes the ZTZs embrace a certain movie and makes it a hit. Other times it ignores it and tosses its sides. Source close to both film captions. Source close to both film captions that the bulk of their advancing camping have yet to be unalive, and with 2 weeks left before the movie premiere, there's an opportunity to make up ground. Last summer, for the instance, Missions Impossible Roach Nation was just struggling to find its footing leading up to its premiere, but it ultimately brought to $55.5 million ahead by strong review. The BFG could also benefit from the having its trailer rent it from of the another family film. Finding Dory, the Pixar sequel, hits theater on the Friday and is projecting to gross a massive $150 million. Both films may also find a warmer embrace overseas. Tarzan will the launch in 60 mark on the same day it swings into the North America, included such major tourists as the Russian and the South Korea. The big prize for the film will be China, where it debuted in July. The BFG is also planning a massive global blow debut concurrently in the like of the Mexico, Australia, and the Russia. In an increasingly globalized film business, domestic results are the final massive of success. Just look at the Warcraft, which bombed domestically only to break record in the China. The BFG review Spielberg and the Relance's delicate touch prove hugely charming. It seems pointless to say that the big friendly giant is the star of the BFG, but casting has never been more crucial. Typical distinctive inner setting and the seductive and performance from the Mark Rylance absolutely make this movie that it is. This is the last work from the director Steven Spielberg, adapted from the Roald Dahl children's story by the late Melissa Mathison. It is the final screenplay from the author of the E.T., to which this has obvious resemblance. Relancy is stunningly transformed and the enlarged to a closer scale with the next level motion capture technology. It is a thing of the wonder to see his trademark nuance and the fickle mouse journally so studio and the smell magnificate to the size of and the Easter Island state. Without Relancy, the film would certainly have the charm and the sweetness it now displays in such abuse. but it might look a bystand issue a recent and the even stately account of the Dahi classic set in some indeterminate trees view golden age pattern. It is supposed to be 1982 when the book was published, but the established shot of the Westminster Bridge seems to put us in the bang up to date contemporary time. Then a pre-Sankel orphanage is to be the found, so executed in central London with the merry pubs and the revels, nearly people with the British accent say, some place inside of somewhere, and later her majority the Queen, after reading her broadsheet editing of the time, has a telephone conversation indicated that the Ronnie and the nanny are in the White House, but also reference to someone called Boris Yeltsin John. Well, the more incorrect cultures reference the mirror and one pandemic and bore would demand logic for a film about a big friendly giants. Newcomer Robbie Bernils is the bride of this park as the Sophia, a deeply lonely little girl in an orphanage who one night look out and see a great big giant laughing down the street. The giant relentlessly research into the room through the open window and he gobs her a wonderful dance and the scary patch and takes her away to his home in giant country. He speaks in a strange garble gobbledygook and given Matheson and the spellback legendary profession, it would surprise me to learn that I have reached the career of the now forgotten British comic and the broadcast certainly Anvin, who invited the sort of the language, Sophia and the BFG make friends to lonely soul with a lot in the common. The BFG tells her about his the vacations of the dream catching, bottling dreams and the feeding them into the heads of the sleepers. The movie discloses the chief poignant paradox. He is a small friendly giant. He may be huge compared to human beings, but he is a trend compared to the other truly giants around the place who tournament him. Horrible creatures like the Brock Burster voiced by the Bill Hader and the filmmaker voiced by the Germany. Them into the head of the sleeper, the movie discovers the chief pomegranate paradox. He is a small, friendly giant. He may be huge compared to human beings, but he is a runt compared to the other usually gigantic giants around the place who tournament him, horrible creatures like the Blombutters, voiced by Bill Hader, and the Flash Peters, voiced by the Germany climate, where the BFG is a journal soul, a vegetarian who eats mainly snow scum. Price of the hilarious fats, price for the hilarious farts they produce. The bigger giants are meat-eating bulls. They force the poor BFG to take part in a nasty and the humiliating rally where they push him downhill in the works of the all British cars. A landlord and the burnt out black cap features prominently. The giant's bills look frankly as if they are dividing a new suit for the top genre. Sophia asked the BFG to hit back at the published, but they are distributing revelations about what happened to human children found in the giant's land. Finally, Sophia invoked a Duke's axe machine. Surely the Queen can play. The BFG is big friendly giant of a film from the director who know how to make film on that note and on that scale. With the bloodlines and the sweep, he created a spellback BFG map with the hints of the Oscar with selfish giant Jack and the Beanstalk and the Nutcracker suite. I wonder a bite of this spellback can quite respond to the dark crow of the unfriendless in the Dahi writing that the gleeful nestings which children love and which makes their parents uncomfortable, especially those who see how it devoting with his adult story. I am inclined to say that was a recent, less obviously recent Americans versions of the Fantastic Mr. Fox is more interesting movie. All in all. But what a Tridenson's performance from the Mark Rylance, a lesser actor, would have gone in the forebrow. Keating Gambins, Subshake Roji, Co Shannons, and the giggling But Ramsey plays the BFG like a real human characters like and the abused child, Grotto and the talented old age, taking refuge in a world of his own, but more than capable of love. There is a marvelous Delacy, Subsha Craig, Koshansi and the giggling, but the Ramsey plays the BFG like a real human characters like and the abused child, grown to and the alienated old age, taking refuge in a world of his own, but more than capable of love. There is a malicious delicacy to the way he picks up Sophia tiny glass with his the emeralds. PUBG figure this has been a labor of love for the Spellback and a wonderful snow song for the Melissa Mathison in the BFG movie Save for Your Kids to watch. Today I am diving into a full spoiler honest present guide and the mom review of Steven Spielberg's first Destiny film from a present's perspective. The BFG movie review first. The BFG movie review Save for the Kids. Fee fee foo fum. I smell giants of the big friendly kind. Bringing a nostalgic childhood book to the screen is never an easy task, and Steven Spielberg and Destiny certainly had a huge challenge before them. Yes, Poon, indeed, with my 7 years old now finished reading the BFG for the first time, will the first ever Spielberg and Destiny collaboration to roll the beloved book just from the my son's sake. The present review of the BFG movie covers everything in a non-spoiler fashion. Is the BFG movie safe for your kids to see? I break down everything for the animation to the story to that PG rating. If you are wondering whether to take your children to see the BFG, look no further. The animation Destiny never ceases to impress, with the biggest sniker challenge of the beginning, a giant and a girl to the screen at the same time. It was a seamless transition that will leave your kids in wonder. Spielberg vision of the BFG book was pretty accurate from what I read in the book. The colors and the folk role were very vivid and believable without overselling the CG, and the dream catching sequence was certainly a highlight in the animation department. I applaud that. BFG in 3D. While I am not usually a big fan of the seeing movie in 3D, see my Finding Dory movie review. There's something playful about making giants appear bigger on screen, enhancing the film without focusing on making this a story-typical movie for the 3D. I enjoy seeing the world of giants popping out on the screen. I think your kids, the one that can keep glasses on their faces for a whole film, will enjoy the suitable 3D effects. The story. Watching this movie took me back to my childhood, culturing my the Crudely dull and the gazing up at the ET on the screen for the first time. It has that same sort of Stephen Spielberg. I think this Spielberg throwback film with a modern day twist will have that nostalgic effect on your kids too. If you are looking for a 100% true to book movie, it's not there. In true Stephen Spielberg fashion, the movie will have a few unexpected twists in the plot, filling in some loopholes. Spielberg arms to get your heart stirring to pull just a little bite more out of your chest with these new addition. Focusing on deepening the relationship between the BFG and Sophia, you will find their pair building trust honestly and a forever kindship that was only loosely impaired in the book. No, I won't spoil the fun, but if you have read the book along with your child this summer like I have, you will definitely have some great talking points for the comparing the movie to the book. Be prepared for a Destiny choky up moments, but nothing that will have you sobbing through the whole movie. Think Finding Dawn, not Inside Out. The BFG jabbering will definitely have your whole family giggling, and the breakfast scene was an outstanding replace of the Roll Day genius. That PG rating, if you have not read the book yet, spoiler, this movie is about giants. Giants like to eat people, little children in fact. So before you even step into the theaters, you are going to have to Dive headfirst into the land of the folklore and the fantasy, but don't worry, you won't actually be seeing and the horrific giants eating children, though it is certainly implied many times. Is the BFG okay for children? Let's break down that the PG age rating for kids. Language. Thankfully, there's no language to report in this movie that the already gives me a sign of the relief, adult themes and the violence larger than focus on friendship, redefining family and the story typing. The thorn in the PG rating would have to lie in the big and interesting them of the bullying. The BFG is pulled by the other larger giants in more horrible ways than one, and at the time it made me twist, throwing punish have vehicles and even the BFG the air giants. The thorn in the BFG rating would have to lie in the big pun. Instead them of the bullying, the BFG is built by the other larger giants is more horrible ways than one, and 8 times it made me weak throwing punish heavy vehicles and even the BFG himself in the air. The giants thoroughly enjoy picking on the little guy, and if that not some things you want your child exposed to yet, then this is not the movie for them. As for my 7 years old that has read this book in the under 3 weeks with the forever, I cannot wait to take him. But he also of advanced reading age, understanding the concept of the fantasy with reality and having the ability to handle deeper emotional circumstance. I highly recommend it. Screen the movie first if you are on the fence, and I certainly will not be boring my ears and I certainly will not be bring my 3 years old to this fun with the giants on the brain of the nightmare status and enough slow characters building moments to get her bored and the running around the rather. This is not the movie for her. Overall, I was impressed. Stephen Spielberg's first Destiny movie collaboration was everything I hope it to be. A weaved storytelling piece with the visions and the fantasy I love with the smell a drinking BFG kind of the smell. Destiny the BFG is now in theaters. Roald Dahl has become easier since 1999. This year author died. When he was alive he was famously open, rigging at the filmmakers for the alternate point, detail or casting actor he did not approve of then publishing, camping against the film if his demands were met. Some film escape his the worth though included the faithful to the book 1989 animated version of the BFG. You did imagine he did be placed with this too. Steven Spielberg directing a script by the E.T. extradition screenwriter, the late Melissa Mathison. Sophia newcomer Ruby Bernil explained how giants lurk in London at night, unseen to all except the incoming orphan. Nighttime London enhanced like a fairy tale city, while the first glimpse of the BFG are capturing the prospect of a huge hand grabbing you out of your bed is one of the book thrill, and it's translated well. Bernil is a terrific young actor, and her down-to-earth, bespectacled characters is a fairy cry for Destiny archetypal horror. The story opened promisingly. John Wilson's score built excitement as the Sophia newcomer Robbie Bernil explained how giants lurk in London at night, unseen to all except the in comic orphan. Night times London enhanced like a fairy tale city, while the first glimpse of the BFG are capturing the prospect of the huge hand grabbing you out of your bed is one of the book thrills, and it's translated well. Bernil is a terrific younger actor, and her down-to-earth perspective characters is a far cry from Destiny archetypal heroine. Archetypal heroine. Once we are in his land, the full glory of the BFG unfold is a big and wispy white-haired CG wonder with the kind eyes of the actor Mark Rylance, who was filmed using motion capture camera. Rylance, who won an Oscar for the Spielberg Pirates of the SPI, is the perfect choice for these gentle, humble creatures, and the brings die quickly dialogues to life in a short-faced country accent. Confused at first time by the BFG model speech, Sophie soon learned, as we do, to love his the unwriting, comical, deliver talking of human beings, ensuring his the love for the fizzy drink. Frogs called which leads to loud fast that will have kids seekingly with the delight. But then something strange happens, nothing for quite a long time. This act too heavy on dialogues between Sophia and the BFG with the scenes after scenes outstaying its the welcome. Those who have not read the book might start shifting in their stare, wondering where all this is the going. Their little visions beyond visions from the nasty bigger giants voiced by the Jamie Climate and the Bill Hader. We are animated enough, but the underwhelmed, the BFG being built by the bigger boy certainly has underdog appeal, but the story pushed for too long in this perspective lobe. The BFG habits of the collecting human stream is also underused. There are a few strong visual stream catching moments and an enjoyable visit into the head of a young boy who dreams he received a call from the USA president. But details such as there are too rare, it's left to the final act to deliver, and in the nick of the time, it does. Sophia and the BFG go to Buckingham Place, where they change the dreams of the Queen, Penelope Wilson, in order to convince her the giants are real. The Queen waking moments are the perhaps the most thrilling of the film. Will she believe the story of the little girl who is pushed on her wisdom and the giants who is the luring in the gardens? Wilson is the Stembus and much needed character's humor comes from the Rafi spell as the Mr. Tibbs, the kindly slightly nourished butler, who frantically trying to alert security to the intruder without breaking the moment. Rebecca Hall is lovely as the queen maid and a scene in which the BFG is lavished with the breakfast requiring multiple footmen delivering the piles of the eggs, proves Spielberg can do comedy. Not only does it recall the like of the Gulliver's Travel, it reminds us that fantastical fun can come of the larger cast as well as larger characters. The BFG is Destiny kind friendly adaptation of the Roald Dahl classic about a young girl who sets off an adventure with the big friendly giants in order to capture the evil man-eating giants that they continue inventing the human world. The lonely thing that inspired me in this film was the written pairing of the director Steven Spielberg and 2016 Best Supporting Actor winner Mark Rylance, who previously worked together on 2015 Breach of the Spies with the Spielberg attached to this film. I accepted to experience that Spielberg magic feeling once again, similar to 1982 E.T., unfortunately, this turned out to be a very disappointed film with a slow drawing piece and uninventive story, but it did not have some redeeming quality that allowed me to survive through the film. The biggest prize I can give this film is that visually it is an incredible beautiful looking piece of the cinema. Not that anyone was accepting anything less. The effect for the giants and the word of the giants was a perfect blend of the fantasy and the realism so that you did not feel like you were watching an animated film, and the motion capture of the Mark Rylance really helped that. Even the scenes where the BFG was interesting with the human world were very effective where they could have easily turned out to be very journeying and the distracting, but everything in this department was handled very well, so credit where credit is due. I thought Mark Rylance put in a stellar performance as the BFG as was nearly recognized whatever it to be. Through his look, voice or the action, he did a great job at transforming into this very odd and the unique. I thought Mark Rylance put in a stellar performance as the BFG as was nearly recognizable whatever it to be. Through his look, voice or the action, he did a great job at transforming into these very odd and the unique characters. Some of the dialogues this the character was giving and has interesting with the young Ruby Burnills offer some the moments of the in Target in the film, especially in the second half. Ruby Burnell also does a fine job as the orphan who is throw rights in the middle of an ongoing giants disputing being pretty much the lonely human elements for the alongside interior film. She did a good job to ground the film and play giants relentlessly characters really well, offering come decent back and the fourth intersection and a tad of the good humor once or the twist. But unfortunately that is where the press stop for this film. I found it really hard to get invested in the plot of this film as the really slow moving piece made it take forever to actually get going, and once it does, it was more of a culture mess as opposed to a story that flow nicely from start to finish. The focus of the film sweep many times throughout the film as it the switch from the developing characters relationship to focus on the giant's feud to looking into dreams, and it just go too much by the end of it, and all the while it just felt like it was catching along, taking forever to get place and even momentary boring at time. It lacked that spellback magic that the trailers definitely allude to and was present from the first 5-10 minutes of the film. Without that, I lost intrigued and had to try really hard to find some things in the film to hold my interest. Thankfully, Relance was that light to get me to the end of the tunnel. So, in the end, the BFG is a disappointing family fantasy adventure film that kids may get a little more of a kick out of it. The multiple fart jokes in the film were anything to go by. Maybe not for kids too young, though, as there is some scary image in there. Mark relents with the highlights of the film as well as the stunning visual effect for the giants and their world. There are definitely more fun and the entertaining family friends film out there, so I did say give this one a miss this time.